Yo, 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 yo! Tonight, we are pulling no punches on this episode of Chaz and Friends. First up, John Cena's heel turn. All right, we're looking back at it. Was it a brilliant reinvention or one of WWE's biggest wasted opportunities? We're breaking it down. Then, we're in the middle of one of wrestling's hottest periods in decades. But what actually lit the spark? All right, was it AEW's arrival? Was it Roman Reigns and the Bloodline? Or was it something entirely different? We're going to get into that. And finally, we're going to talk about it. WWE, new ESPN deal. Could it bring them? It could bring them into more homes than ever. Or it could push their most loyal fans away with premium prices. Are we looking at growth or greed? It's Chaz and Friends, and we got hot takes hotter than a SummerSlam weekend. Holla at your boy! Yeah.
The following program is a collection of idiots talking about happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, platform, or whatever network they are on. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies. The 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please do not sue us.
It's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Don. Chaz Evans. You're checking out the hottest podcast in the world, the 3 Count Podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the flow like. Hit him with a 3 count. And your boy real chicken.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to this episode of Chaz and Friends. I'm your host, Chaz Evans, and let me introduce to you my friends. Introducing first, he is the landlord of the Dog Pound. He is, well, I'm going to let him explain actually what happened yesterday. But, ladies and gentlemen, he is, all right, the Air Force veteran, all right? He is the intel specialist. He is your not-so-friendly, maybe one belt less, friendly neighborhood Red Dog.
Yo, it is Air Force Veteran Intel Specialist, the one you call on when you need to get the job done, in your friendly neighborhood Red Dog and former Extreme Heavyweight champion over at HWF, Honorary Wrestling Federation. Hey, listen, man. Sometimes crime pays, bro. Like, yo, how you just, as a referee, you just don't watch the man put his feet on the ropes, and you just keep staring at the shoulders like, oh, I'm locked in. 1, 2, 3. And then, things happen, man. So it is what it is, man. So
What, if Damien was here, you know what he would say?
He would say, you know what, Red Dog, I understand. Sometimes some things happen.
Oh,
that's what he would say to me. He would say to you.
Not that. You know what? Come to think about it, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now I'm really sitting here thinking about it. What he would say to me, you're right. And yeah, you're right. Never mind. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, he is our special guest here today. I got Lou the franchise. All right. He's featured more heavily on the Villains Lounge. He's bringing that villains energy right here on Chaz and Friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Lou the franchise.
It is the shingle guy. I've had shingles for 8 weeks, and I almost died 3 times in the last 3 months. Respect me, or I'll come get you.
Hey, real quick though, man. I just wanted to say, you look like you work at a telemarketing scheming agency. Like,
welcome to Home Depot.
Get out of here now. You're done already. You're already done.
Hello, my name is Steve. How can I help you?
Already done.
I'm glad to be here with you guys today. Thank you.
No. We're happy to have you. Look, it's been a while since Lou's been on the debate show. If you haven't been a long time viewer when Lou was a regular on the debate show, let me tell you something. There were some heated debates between me and Lou. You want to see somebody walk off the show? There are probably more walk-offs in the time period in the Lou era than there is ever in the show, if we count them all in total. And I think I'm probably going to do that now just for the fun of it, and just have a little ticker of how many times Lou made me walk off this show for his takes. So
I
we're in for a good
literally,
one, folks.
I literally just my goal in this show is to make you do what your little sister JJ did and rip your shirt off.
That's
Wow.
insane.
Wow.
And I
First
know
of
who's
all,
listening.
first of all, you said his little sister. Like, hey, yo, there's no Jeffrey Epstein around here, bro. Like, do not say that.
Oh my god. You can't
I'm
even
the
say
sister
that
guy.
name. Now we're done.
Chaz looks like he's 21. Like you saying his little sister. That's not a good look.
If you haven't done so, please don't click off this video. Please subscribe.
Put
I
your
promise we
comments in.
talk about wrestling. Hit that subscribe button.
And
Follow
Chaz
us on your
does that.
favorite. Follow us on your favorite social media platforms. We're 3CountPod _ on Twitter, 3CountPod everywhere else. Thank you for watching us right now live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and on X. Shout out to all of you catching us on podcast on the audio version right there on Tuesday. Sorry you are catching this 2 days later. You need to watch the show on Sunday nights. We get the show started around 6:15ish. We run on CP time. Look at me. We run on CP time.
Why do you say it twice?
Because I had to make
CP
people
time.
understand.
It's just
CP time. We
CPT.
run on CP time. Anyway, Red Dog, let us know what's coming out, what's coming down on Now Entering the Ring.
So we got a bunch of interviews that are ready to I got to get scheduled up, and then we're gonna start dropping interviews all over again for those who watch the show. And also make sure you like hit that alarm so that way you can see all the new videos that are coming out. Now into Ring 201, we just had Mike Skyros come out. So if you guys went and checked that episode out, thank you. Leave your comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. Also, we had Tomahawk the week before that with Now Entering 201, and then Bear Bronson the week before that. There will be more interviews coming up. I have to go through and actually start reaching back out to the people and get them put on the schedule. But they will be hitting up, and you guys will be getting to see all those interviews as they drop.
Yep.
What's up? Jason says, hell of an intro, gang. Thanks, Noah.
That's how that works, dog. I have an intro laid out, but it never goes to plan because everyone has out of pocket things to say on a Sunday evening.
It's crazy because like in this video right now, the way I'm looking at it, I'm tanner than Anthony Lujan.
That's fucked.
I'm just saying, you just a light-skinned Mexican right now. That's what you are.
I need to get back to the fields.
Oh wow. All right. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hey, hit that subscribe button.
I don't need them to deport you.
No, they're not. They're definitely not. They definitely won't. They're definitely going to ask you to come recruit. So they're going to recruit you. Actually, that's really what it is. See. All right, but look, we got Push and Barry coming up. We got Temp Check as well coming up. We're going to do both of those today just because we had a lot of SummerSlam action, a lot of stuff going on. Also, top of the show, there's a poll out on our Instagram, so 3CountPod. Would you watch an all-women's WWE show? So weekly, like it was a Raw NXT. Would you watch an all-women's weekly show? So head on over to our Instagram. I'll also get the tweet going up, put on the poll per se on Twitter as well, so you guys can vote there as well. But would you watch that? That's what we got at the top of the hour. So we'll go right back around and we'll probably get into that one. But before we get all of this started, let's get on to it. Let's start with Temp Check. So Temp Check, that's where me and my friends, we give you our hottest and our coldest wrestlers going into this week. So, Temp Check, who is your hottest and coldest wrestler going into this week? Red Dog!
All right, let me start this off with my coldest wrestler of the week. A lot of people can find this controversial. I don't really mind. He is the OTC, your tribal chief, my tribal chief, everyone's tribal chief, the man that sits at the head of the table. Roman is my coldest wrestler of the week right now. And
That's
that's because my hottest wrestler of the week is Bronson Reed, the tribal thief, the wearer of the shoe La Fala.
the Shula Fala.
My man took 2 pairs of Roman's shoes back to back.
Yo
And
called it the Shula
you didn't
Fala.
hear that? You didn't hear that on SummerSlam?
I did, but you bringing it back up doesn't
My favorite part
feel
about
wild.
this was if you guys watched the posts after after Netflix went off the air. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I thought about it as soon as like, oh, the small world. There you go. Today's show
But
was brought to you by
the SWO.
SWO.
So no in world order.
Oh
Uh,
man.
but yeah, so if you watch afterwards, Roman was walking around the ring with his shoe, like his shoes were gone, and he just looked down. He saw his shoes were gone. He just sat down. He just stared at him. I was like, "Yo, this seems like a Debo thing." Like I would expect to see this on like Friday. He's just like, "Damn it, man, what happened again?" Um, my match of the week, though, man, I gotta be fair, man. Like the women be tearing down the house lately. And I kind of want to throw a little bit of love towards that tag team match, man.
Yes, bro. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Raquel and Roxanne versus Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. Like, bro, that match was so good. And then to follow it up too, man, like
Fridays.
I'm gonna give her a lot of love. SmackDown, like Charlotte and Chelsea Green also
That's
tearing down the house. Like, bruh, back to back. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
yeah. So all right. So just because that you good caveat. My hottest wrestler of the week. My brother, I know he is listening, and I'm sorry, but I gotta do it. But my hottest wrestler is Charlotte, man. Whoo! The past 2 weeks, but literally this whole Alexa Bliss thing. See, that's how you know it's crazy that I put Charlotte. Like Red Dog's sign is falling apart. His house is a hurricane because I legitimately said that Charlotte is my hottest wrestler of the week. But no, look, the past month since the start of the whole we're not friends, but we can be this cool team. I like it. Charlotte, this was the way that they should have brought back Charlotte as a baby face. Because this works. We want to cheer for Alexa. I think that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We want to cheer for Alexa. So by proxy, all right, Charlotte, you know. And then the story is actually good. So all right, Charlotte, you can get the rub off of Alexa. But the matches that Charlotte's been putting, and it's never been a question that Charlotte can't put on 5-star banger matches. It was never the question. But she does it, and it's consistent. Like the tag match from SummerSlam, absolutely, I loved it. And then, like you just said as well, the Chelsea Green and Charlotte, banger. So yeah, Charlotte's my hottest wrestler. My coldest wrestler, my coldest wrestler is Roman Reigns as well. Because like, if you get your shoes taken twice, you can't like I don't know. Morally, culturally, professionally, and personally, if I can acknowledge a man that get his J's taken not once, but twice. So Roman, off by proxy, off alone, is my coldest wrestler because yeah, you can't let nobody take your J's off you in front of a bunch of people. If it was in private and there was no evidence of video proof, nah, bro, I lost them. You know, but I can pull it up on YouTube of Roman getting his J snatched. So yeah, Roman's my coldest. My match of the week is I'm gonna give love to it because I absolutely was. You can watch it all on the Villains Lounge watch along. Man, Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Just wrestling can be beautiful sometimes if we just shut up and just let it be and let it be what it is and let the magic just let it unwind and just don't critique nothing, just be in the moment. And I absolutely love that match. Did it make sense? Absolutely not, but that's neither near here nor there. But like I said, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that match. I was talking 2 days to my children and my wife. Man, that John Cena Cody match was really good. And what did I say to you, Cliff, when we talked on Tuesday? Man, that
No,
Cody match is really good. Like that. So that gets my match of the week. It might be my match. That's probably my match of the year at the end of the year. Like, sorry. So you got like somebody in some company has 5 months now or 4 months to prove me wrong. But yeah, that was beautiful wrestling to me. All
what's
right,
up,
Lou.
Luke?
All right, so my match of the week would have been the TLC match at SummerSlam.
Mm.
Yeah,
The that they had me popping
yeah.
every time. The Spanish fly off the top rope and then announce into the tables and announce tables. That match just fired me. I like those matches though. My coldest wrestler of the week is Kieran Cross losing to Sammy, getting Sammy the ups, but reasons being is that he's out of contract with the E, and we'll figure out what's going on with him and Scarlett later. Um, my hottest wrestler of the week is Brock Lesnar coming back. I love it. It's so awesome.
Oh, you know it's
You
crazy.
know, the best part about it is watching you, Chaz, freak the fuck out of all of it. I'm like, this pisses off Chaz. Yes, but
You know, it's funny though, man, because like Brock was my pick until last night when I watched SmackDown, and I was like, oh no, I watched Netflix. I watched Netflix back, and I saw the Raw, and I was like, oh no, you know what? Like Bronson Reed right now is just going so hard, just taking this man's shoes. I was like, it just oh, you know what? It reminds me of the other guys. That's what it is. Whenever they beat up Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, they just took their shoes. Like, what is it with our shoes, man? Like, that's what it reminds me of. So I'm like, I'm here for it all.
um, but no, that actually Brock was a tie. My hottest wrestler of the week is Tiffany Stratton. She's still like 18-0 in
Yeah.
2025. She she's carrying the women's division, and I mean she's not carrying the women's division because the women's division is popping right now,
Yeah.
and it's just one of those things. I love it. I love the title around her waist. I cannot wait for Jade Cargill to get her title around her waist because that I've been waiting that since she left AEW. But yeah, Tiffany Stratton's just doing it.
You know, but I also want to throw in there too, man. Like that, and that's where the question came from too. So if you guys were looking at our the 3 count pod Instagram, you would have seen the question. You guys can go through and answer it. But that's where all this spawned from. Like man, right now, like you have all this women's roster is loaded right on both shows, and the craziest part is that Bianca Belair is hurt and she's not on SmackDown, and we know like that she's kind of like the leader of that group,
Locker room.
right? And like just like Rhea would be the leader of like Raw. But it's just crazy to see the amount of talent that is there. And you're like, damn, dude, like the women really should have their own weekly show where they can just like have matches and just show off because there's so many talent that's not being featured. Like me again, Michin is not on the show. BFAB is, now she's not really getting any kind of work. She's just doing managerial stuff. Natalia, like, she's got a match next week. Or no, Maxine's got the match next week against Becky Lynch, but like Natalia's there. Like, there's so many good, and we're not even talking about all the good talent. There's just between NXT and Evolve and Raw, SmackDown. Like, how do you feature all the talent that you have on the show when you really can't? And it's like you almost need another show yourself just
You're
to
gonna
showcase that.
you're gonna run into making Raw 4 hours and SmackDown 4 hours if we do that. It just needs another show.
Yeah, put it on Thursdays.
But see. But then again, you got your partnership with TNA. Like, why would you put in direct competition with your so-called partner?
Well, we just dissolved TNA and then we just put all the women on that one.
I like that.
And
But
then
we changed the name. We changed the name of TNA because too many of you young kids out there are gonna be like TNA and it's all women. Yeah, like no.
right, exactly. I to be honest, I wouldn't watch it. Not I if you and like I was saying, I
You
just with
sexist.
so much wrestling on, I probably wouldn't.
I,
Now, if you tell me a
I
match,
think
like
you
you
would.
promote a match, I might like like let's just say just random like you give me Jay Cargill versus Bianca Belair. Oh,
I
cool.
mean, if you made it an
You know,
Oh, two
ESPN
black
Plus
wrestlers.
those are the two those are the two wrestlers that popped in my head. Sorry.
So what you're saying is you wouldn't watch it if it was Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss.
I mean, I watched that, but then they do that on
Okay.
SmackDown though. But they'll do that on SmackDown.
but if they did it as like an ESPN Plus like exclusive, like and you can just watch it, like
No, that's different. See, that's
yeah,
different.
see, I would
That's
go and
different.
stream it.
That's a whole nother different story. Yeah, yeah. That's another
Yeah, well,
story.
I mean,
I ain't got shit to do all day. Like sitting around jobless, being a bum, being health, trying to get healthy. I'd watch the shit out of that.
well, yeah, but I mean, you are not the typical person though. Like you're kind of like the exception to the rule right now. I would have to go back and watch it. Like if it was a streaming thing, like an ESPN Plus exclusive thing, I'd watch the shit out of it, dude. I'd all day. Like I'd watch the Pat McAfee show and then watch whatever the women's wrestling show would be called. Like I'd be here for it. Like I think it will work, but it's like you have to give like we'll talk about it later because like obviously in the show we're gonna talk about the merger for the ESPN exclusive with the PLEs. We'll have to like there's just so much going on right now, but I think if you gave like people a reason to watch like if you're on like we're paying $30 a month to watch this, you can watch an all women's wrestling show on here too. Like
Right.
I think it works, but I think a weekly women's wrestling show is necessary, especially with Evolution. How good that was, and we openly acknowledge that, like
Yeah.
week in and week out, man, women's wrestling is like tearing it up. Like, why not?
All right. So let's get to it. First debate topic. Let's talk about Big Match John. All right, look. It was the heel turn. Okay. We waited all this time for it. All right. Looking back on the John Cena heel turn, was it worth the wait? Okay. Was this worth the wait? Was it a failure or was it not? Let's start with Lou. What you got, brother?
Fuck no. It, dude, 90 days of heel John. Like, come on. At least if you're gonna do it this way, at least do it till his last show and then turn him face. Let it go through all the summer, every last show that he has after the summer, and then let him turn face to get the crowd popping in his farewell show. Like it made no sense for him to turn face this soon. You didn't give it enough aroma to build up.
Shit. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Is that gonna be everything you got to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, it sucked ass.
Okay, there we go. There we go. All right.
Yo,
I was
it
waiting
was
for you. Was gonna be me.
yeah, it was hot garbage, bro. It was hot garbage, hot garbage. Like not even the good kind, bro. Like that, not that there's a good kind of hot garbage. Yo, it is just so much trash with it. My problem is like had John done it himself, and looking back on it, right? Had John just done it himself and not like sold his soul to The Rock, who just never reappeared again, like ever, like, and the whole Travis Scott incident. If it was just John being like, I'm turning heel because I deserve this and I want to win, I don't need no one else's help. I command this thing. then I'd be like, all right, man, like I kind of see like why you kind of like, oh, well, I'm not really that bad of a dude, but like you turned the shit into a joke on SmackDown when you looked at our truth and was like, man, it was a weird 5 months where you were doing this and this and this and this and this, and then you made that kid in Brussels cry. Like, yeah, it's good to have you back. Like, you turned it into a joke. So
Yep.
what was the fucking point? What was the point? We're like, oh man, like we just wanted to see heel John Cena. What was the point, bruh? What was the point? What was the whole point behind it? It does nothing. Like, he won the championship as a heel. Cool. The follow up on it sucked ass.
Yep.
Like, all of it, man. The only good thing I'll say about it that I liked was the change of Ron Killings from R-Truth. That's it. But even that got wasted, man. Like, he came in, we had all these like this probable like possibility of like different personas, especially when R-Truth was like, I'm the one driving now. And I was like, oh shit, like we have some things going on here. But like John comes back and turns into a whole fucking joke. Like, the whole heel turn was a joke. Like, so what was the point? What was the point of going heel? Like, we could have just been left with a, hey man, what would have been like if John turned heel, like at peak John?
Yeah,
Like,
what
it
ifs?
just, yeah, I would have just rather had the what ifs and then
Yep.
written my own scenario than see like this plate of hot dookiness that we got served to us, man. I'm just, yeah, nah, just ass, all of it, just hot, stinking ass.
Yeah. All right. Look, it was bad. It was bad. It wasn't good. It was not good. And there's nothing. Yes, I honestly think even if you don't put Rock in there in the Travis Scott thing, even if we don't have that in there, you turn him, he still turns heel. I still think we would have gotten this version. I just it the crowd also didn't want to boo Cena. And I think that was the thing. Doing the whole retirement tour, announcing a retirement tour, putting the date out. We know John's leaving, and we knowing and people who are going to these events and seeing John don't want their last time seeing him booing him. I don't think this is Cena hasn't been this over probably since 2003, 2004.
Ruthless aggression.
Like, serious, like for real, like at the like right when he wins the title, Cena from JBL, like right before they were going to half and half, so you can't wrestle Cena. Like, he's over at that point, and probably even more now. They don't want it because we know he's leaving.
Yeah.
And the ticker doesn't help. And you were reminding us that the time is going by does not help his cause.
Right.
So I just think it was just the wrong time. You pulled the trigger too late.
And I mean,
You missed the mark.
you could
It
have
was
always changed it where it's like, hey, like, you know like I said, right at the beginning of the year, Cena loses at the Rumble and he says, you know what, I deserve this, I've earned this, I put myself in this position, blah blah blah. We still keep it, right? We go to Elimination Chamber, same thing happens, like, he wins the chamber, right, by some crazy coincidence, right? And we just keep going. Like, hey, he wins. If he continues and he doesn't have the Rock, he can tell the story like, hey, listen, I want this. This is mine. I deserve this. I've put all this time in. It's about me. It can't be about y'all no more. We can get behind that as like heel work. We would get a better heel, but it was like, I sold my soul to the Rock, and he didn't even come back to WrestleMania when he was supposed to. But then he cut that promo as Dwayne on the Pat McAfee show. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of ruined his heel turn by doing that. And and I do understand like the dates, right? Like, we knew that his time was coming to an end, and at some point in time he was gonna have to flip back to face. But what we got, man, was just like
Garbage.
Garbage.
Hot, stinking garbage.
I'm more fucking mad because all the rumors about Cody turning heel, and then SmackDown Cena goes face, and I'm like, thank you, I can't wait for this because we wrestling community and fanatics know about the shit Cody went through. I liked. I've been waiting for heel Cody to come, and it didn't happen. But then you bring Brock Lesnar in on it, and it's like, oh my god, yeah, heel turn. Uh, heel Cena was a disaster.
But also, like, my, you know, what was like if Cody was just gonna team up with Cena at SmackDown like this last week? What was the point of like unscrewing the ring and then hitting Cena in the face
Yep.
with the
Yep.
rope? Like like you have to be able to like when you're telling these stories, right? They have to lead somewhere. And for Cody to just come out like on SmackDown, like ain't shit happened. Hey, we won. Oh, I'm saving John now, right? Like, bruh, like you could have.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's just it was waste. It was a waste opportunity. It was. It
It
was
was.
like, and it harpens me back to the whole thing with the title and Gunther and Jay, and it's just like, well, if we was just going to have CM Punk, win the belt, and then Seth cash in anyway, why do we give this belt? Like, why? Like, so I don't know. Look, maybe we'll see what happens on next season of WWE Unreal, and see why they did what they did.
Right.
I can't. I low key, that show's gonna make me mad. Because of the fact that I'm a wrestling fan and also I'm also in the business, and I go, well, why would you think that it's a good idea? Like, what? And
I'll be fair. They spit an idea on there that I 100%
the
want.
Chelsea Green joint,
The
yes.
Chelsea Green joint. I 150 fucking percent want that ASAP. Like I need that in my life. I don't care if it happens at the next one, the
They
one
gotta
after
wait.
that.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
now
They're
you
gonna
gotta
wait.
wait.
They're gonna wait at least. They have
Yeah,
to wait at least 3 years
I
before
never
they do that
thought
finish. Now that they've seen it, like we've all seen it, that's
listen,
a plan now.
I in my entire life of the Royal Rumble, I never thought of that as a possibility. So when I heard that, I was like, I need that.
Right, which is why. See, this is why I go like, I don't know why I need that show. So now like you would have never thought about that. Now, what if you saw the finish and then would have never known? You would be popping for a month and a
Oh
half,
yeah.
week after week after week, talking about how
This is the
like how
greatest Royal Rumble ever.
exactly. But now that you know that that's a possibility, you're gonna go. Oh, I remember the they said like, nah, that's not fun.
Every week,
Get rid of that
every Royal
story.
Rumble would be like, "Yo, this is a possibility." Like
Oh my
Chelsea
god,
Green
no.
coming out at 30, and the other two just throw themselves over by accident. Dog, it could be anybody too. At this point, it it works with Chelsea Green, right? 100% works with Chelsea Green. Maxine Dupree, I don't care. You could be you can be Lana back. I don't care. What was Eve? Let me get Eve. You can do it. Bruh, anybody at this point now, like I'm like, hey, I want it could be a legend. Let it be Brie. They just get the big heel turn. I'm telling you right now, bro. Like I'm here for all of this. Just imagine it's like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte are like, like they're the last two in there, and just like fighting back and forth, right? And we're like going, we totally forget that there's a number 30 to come in, and then they both go over the top. Here comes out like Jada Parker. Just instantly boo. She's walks to the ring because she already knows she's gonna win. She don't got to do nothing.
And as soon as she goes in,
Yeah, All of those
Ding,
old
ding,
tweets are
ding.
coming out.
That's perfect to bring Sasha Banks back.
Oh my god, bruh. Yes, Anthony, that's amazing. Oh my, the heat that she would draw. Oh my god.
Wow. All right. I didn't even think
Yeah,
about that one. Yeah.
bruh.
Dude, it's been in my mind. Like
That is
after
so, yo,
watching that.
that is
Yeah.
good. That is really
So,
good. WWE, you gotta make it happen.
I need paid for that one.
Bruh, if that ends up being a thing, I would lose my shit. Like, oh my god. And I'm telling you, at this point, it could be. Oh my god, I don't know if it gets any better than Sasha at this point. Now that's too good. Like, that's so good.
that's insane.
That's yeah, that's peak. That's peak right
Yeah, that is. That is.
there.
That is. It is.
And she just
That
goes, "Ha! I told you, I'm the blueprint." um, oh
No, she
man,
would have to bring the. She would have to bring the CEO gimmick over.
oh yeah.
Hottest wrestler, Cena. Coldest wrestler, Karrion Cross.
A lot of people are gonna be saying that Karen, like that's the last one. A lot of people will be saying that Karrion Cross to Scarlett Bordeaux, and I feel like that's just easy to get at. But yeah, I mean, like Karrion Cross put on one hell of a match on SummerSlam,
Yeah,
and
him and Sammy did good.
him and Sammy did good, and for them to like, it just go away. Actually, and here's my other problem too. Dave Meltzer, right? And I know we don't really talk about him in the stars. I think he gave that match like a 2 and 3/4 stars, 2.75, and he gave Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill a 4.
Yeah.
I was like, what were you watching?
Hmm.
Cena and Cody only got 5 stars? Like, bruh, how does your star system work? If this was in Tokyo, does it get a 9? Like, I don't understand. I just need to know.
Dave Meltzer's drunk all the time.
Allegedly. That's why we have the warning.
Don't sue the 3 Count Podcast. Sue Lou the franchise because I'll say it.
Sulu. Yeah, yo. That should be a catchphrase.
Sue. There you go.
Sulu.
Sulu.
It's I just yeah. WrestleMania is great.
Damn,
All right.
you came with some fire on that one. All right,
Let's
what
go
we
on
had?
to Push the Berry.
Push and Berry.
Push and bury. All right, we're gonna push something in wrestling that we need to be more of, and then we're gonna bury something that's got to get up out of here. We don't need. I'm gonna start this one off. Let's bury WWE Unreal. I'm gonna get that take off. Like, I'm gonna get it off. I'm gonna get it off. Like, I'll be the young guy with the old man take. That I don't like it. Like, Paul Heyman hurt my heart, and I understand that he has to say what he has to say because he works for that company, and I understand where he's coming from. But man, like, the best analogy for me is always you wouldn't go to a magic show and ask the magician how the trick worked. That's just me, and I stand by it. I don't like the show. I don't care. I rather let's be honest. I rather speculate and fantasy book than actually know what they're thinking. That's just me. And so, but it is cool to see like the wrestlers backstage perspective. Like, but you telling me like the creative and stuff like that and all. No,
I can't do it.
I can't. No, I really can't. I really cannot. Like, I've only watched 2 episodes, and the first episode made me mad. They over here explaining me how Gorilla works. Like, are you really giving me a diagram of Gorilla? And I'm like, I know this already, but then like, maybe I didn't know this, and I don't. Why does Grandma Sue need to know this? Like,
Why does anybody need to know this?
like what? And then he said, "This is WWE's version of being Disneyfied," and I went, "Oh, we are here." And then that, I understand. Like I said, I get where he coming from. But I want to bury that. I'll get through it, y'all. I'll probably get through it when I find out seasons 2 coming. And so, yeah, I'm bearing that one. But I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push the tag team of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
I'm gonna,
Uh, I
I'm gonna
like them as
push
a tag team.
puberty for you.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
I,
push.
I like them as a tag.
Motherfucker hasn't shaved since fucking 7th grade.
I, oh, God. Go ahead, Cliff. I ain't going.
He's like, I ain't gonna finish this, man. Had a thought it was gonna go on this rant about how great Charlotte and Alexa are, and I
Right, I'm
just
like the
ruined
one
it.
show I'm not shitting on Charlotte. There you go. Fine, go have fun. Push Barry. Oh
Let
no,
me.
Barry, you already said push puberty, so go ahead. There's your answer. There's your
No,
answer.
that's not it.
No, too late.
Let me bury let me bury this unnecessary hate for the AAA guys coming into WWE. Like, there's a whole different perspective of wrestling, and they have it. And there's a lot of great characters that are coming over. And for so many people to be hating on Mr. Iguana and Psycho Clown is ridiculous to me. It's just stupid, man. Like, y'all didn't do this to like people that were coming up in the system, right? I don't see y'all hating on Carmelo Hayes. I don't see y'all hating on uh Axiom or Dragon Lee. They get introduced by WWE, but because AAA gets bought and they get brought over and they have a couple matches, you all of a sudden you're gonna start hating on it. I think this is stupid. It's stupid. Y'all need to chill. Let that shit go. I am gonna push Dominic Mysterio though, because my God, that guy gets some like crazy freaking reactions, and I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I'm not here for him saying that he's the best Mysterio, but I am here for him saying he is the best Mysterio currently because Ray's hurt. I like it though, man. Like, my man is. Hey, when we saw him get into the business back in 2020 and he got that ass whooping from Seth and Buddy Matthews with them canes, I remember like thinking to myself, like, whoa, this is crazy, right? And then to see him be the first father son tag team champions with Ray was really cool, and I was very appreciative seeing like the things he was doing. And then like the crowd was starting to kind of turn against him, and finally they just flipped the switch and went all in. And I was here for it, man. I'm glad that we're getting this Dom that's becoming a bigger superstar. I think it's funny, and I hope they keep running with this 20-year veteran status that he keeps talking about, because I actually like that. I like that he says that. But yeah, so yeah, big us, man. I really appreciate what's going on with Dominic right now, and I just want to continue to push that to the moon.
All right, what you got, Lou?
So I was gonna say Lexus King. I just don't like that guy. I don't know why, but I just don't like the guy. But I'm gonna get on a serious note, and I want to bury health issues because we got a lot of wrestlers injured. Like Jonathan Gresham had a health issue,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I could feel for it because I'm going through it myself right now. Um, and then on the flip side, who do I want to push? Jordan Grace, as I fucking love her wrestling.
She still owes you a picture.
Yeah, you stole me a picture. Cliff paid you the money.
I did.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so she was running this. It was a charity event back in 2020. If you paid like $5, she would autograph a picture for you, and I did. I paid it for Lou for his birthday, and yeah, we didn't get nothing for it.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, so
But I
Jordan,
still
if
want
you're
her.
watching this, hopefully somebody tagged you for this and stuff. But yeah, it was a long time ago, but it is what it is. I mean,
I'm
I
I'm
still.
I'm happy where she's come from. You, you guys you wrestled with her, trained with her, and now we watched her. We all popped when she popped up in the TNA and got her chance, and then the
Now
Royal
look.
Rumble just pop. I popped so fucking hard. I was like, holy shit! And
Yep.
yeah, so I'm just really happy with her progress in her career, and I want to keep her giving her that push.
She deserves the
Oh, yeah,
love.
she's definitely future women's champion
Yeah,
in NXT.
100%.
She's definitely gonna win that belt before she gets called up. Before we move into topic, what you call topic 2,
Yep.
I want to give a shout out and let you all know August 23rd. All right, down in Shady Grove, PA. Our partner SWA, one mountain to climb. All right, so definitely if you're in the Shady Grove, Pennsylvania area, be on the lookout there. Definitely come on by. Yours truly will be there defending his tag team championship, the greatest SWA tag team champions in the history of that dreaded company. And
Wow.
yeah, they treat me with disrespect, okay? And I had to take the belts back. Like they think I forgot. They thought I forgot. And I didn't forget. And that's why me and my niggas are gonna take over. And that's a quote.
We just all right, yeah. Well, it's total fairness. I will also be at SWA competing in a championship and a number one contenders championship against Kurt Blair, the man who's cost me cost me opportunities numerous times, and it's time to fucking finally pay the piper. Uh, yeah, that's how y'all got your win at the last show was because Kurt was just like, hey man,
Oh,
like
don't do that. I had you did the rights regardless.
first of all,
I
this
had you
man
did the
went out
rights.
here.
Please don't do
This
that.
man
Please
went out
don't do that.
here. No, I just did. This man went out
Don't
here
do
and was
that.
a hey, yo,
We
let me throw
had it covered.
my Ken kick. He's like, check, whatever they say in Street Fighter, and he hit me in the face, and I turned right into you, and then you hit me with your fucking diamond cutter, and
Did you
yeah,
just call the Stringer's bell a diamond cutter?
you bet I just did. So
You're a disrespect, and that's why you ain't never go with a belt at SWA. There you
It's
go.
the Charles cutter.
There you go. There you go. See, that's a
I
see.
mean, I could have called it art.
It's about my big mouth. It's about my big mouth.
The
You
CKO, whatever.
called it the goddamn diamond cutter. Disrespect the wire like that. It's
Call
an
it the
American
CKO.
classic. That's the greatest TV show to ever be produced.
I
Anyway,
mean, yeah. So I will be
what
there
are we
too.
talking about next?
We talking okay? Topic 2: wrestling renaissance.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look, it's been said numerous times. I know I've said it. I know Cliff said it. That we're in a renaissance era, or we're kind of like now we're dead center in the middle of it now. In a renaissance, a wrestling renaissance. Wrestling is probably as more popular than it's ever been since the '90s. As we see with WWE being on Netflix, they are being in a partnership with ESPN. I mean, they're just making $1 billion deals after $1 billion deals. Just so yeah, what started this boom? Is it the arrival of AEW? Is it the start of AEW? The first like actual competition to WWE since WCW? Was it Roman Reigns coming back in 2020, becoming a heel and the tribal chief? Is it the bloodline? Is it Cody? What do you guys think? What was the start point? If we go back in the history books and wrestling, what was the start point of this renaissance? Start with off you, Cliff.
I kind of want to say the start was with AEW because we were at a period where like a lot of people, a lot of fans' passions. I'll be fair, a lot of fans' passions were being sucked right out of them. Before we started this podcast. Remember, we were a part of Frankensteiner's Franken Culture presents Frankensteiner. Like we were on that show, right? And shout outs to Big Steve for letting us come through and do our thing with Marty. Um,
And Julie.
but yeah, and Julie told us like that was a reason why she got out of wrestling was because WWE was just like doing lame story after lame story, and it was just dragging on. And there was just things they just knew that they had to circle one, so they didn't have to do anything. So when AEW came through and kind of pushed through and got their deal done, they had their opening press conference in outside of Jacksonville's the Jaguar Stadium. A lot of things changed. Like we started seeing like at first they were kind of like whatever, they won't be around very long, but then all of a sudden like things started happening and like FTR left and came over to AEW. Moxley had showed up, right? Jericho was there, like all these dudes were coming and like we're like, oh shit, like here we go, we got something happening here. And I think it kind of let us know that like here we go again. And then AEW started doing like they started attacking WWE like like you would expect them to. Now it's kind of being overused now, but I mean WWE had to step their game up, and so all of a sudden all the things we wanted to happen, right? Like all of a sudden like here Roman Reigns goes away from WrestleMania for 6 months, or like 4 or 5 months, he comes back. During the right after the right, was it SummerSlam? He came back and he attacked Braun Strowman and the Fiend, and then we saw the Tribal Chief was born, and then the Bloodline happens, and all this stuff takes off. Like, yeah, and then when fans got back, they're like, "Oh, I forgot how cool wrestling was," and then we started getting more stuff out of it. So yeah, I definitely think it was the birth of AEW is what helped spur this new renaissance.
What you got?
I think it's been like a 3-year trickle where things happen with WWE being bought by TKO and getting all that stuff, and then separating from Vince. And then because of that, allowed these wrestlers to have a little bit more freedom. That allowed creative team to have a little bit more freedom and not everything have to go through Vince. I think now that all came out and people seeing a little bit more freedom, now wrestling's cool again.
Yeah. I think it's I gotta go. I think it's AEW. I think it's the birth of AEW because you gotta go back and look and put yourself in that time period in where wrestling was, where we were still getting Big Dog Roman. He was tied to the the post with dog food.
Bruh.
So let's not forget that. That was legitimately, I think, 2019, I think, or
2019.
2019, in the end of 2019. That's what we were doing on SmackDown with with King Corbin, and I don't remember who else. But yeah, so I do think it was I think it's WWE. And I could be wrong. Maybe it's 2018. I think that's when it is. I don't know. But anyway, I don't think AEW was around then. Whatever. But point being, I do think it's the start of AEW. I think it's that 2018, 2019 rise of AEW. Honestly, you can go back to when the first All In. Really, you can really go back. I think it's really All In. And because if there was no All In, we don't get AEW. That's one canon event, right?
Yeah.
Like all in has to happen in Chicago. Like they have to sell out that building, by themselves in order for AEW to be even a thing. Because who would have thought at that time period that there was that many people wanting to see professional wrestling, not with the WWE name behind it.
Yeah. That's
So
fair.
and if you in like if in you also gotta think about that some of the names that were on that all in card. You had Rey Mysterio was on that card, Penta's on that card, MJF's on that card, Cody. That was Cody won the NWA belt. The
From
NWA World
general
versus
manager and SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis.
he beat the SmackDown general manager for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Like that was that show. So I think if you look at it, I think it's boom. It's when All In happens and they sell out that
Damn.
building.
I'm just looking. I'm just looking at it. Right. You know, the first pre-show match was SoCal Uncensored versus the Briscoes
At All In.
at All In. The very first
See,
one.
yeah,
Just looking
yeah.
at some of the stuff. Matt Cross defeats MJF. Christopher Daniels
Stephen Amell.
and Stephen Amell defeats Stephen Amell
I remember
and
that match. I was like, Green Arrow's back in the ring. That
the one
prompt is
who
look. Guess what? That show prompts Stephen Amell to do his show
heals.
Heels.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the one
man.
who
I think that is. I think that's the one. That All
the
In.
one who shall not be named defeats Dr. Britt Baker, Chelsea Green, and Madison Rain. Like, yo, yeah, I mean,
Wait,
who was it? Wasn't ROH that put up the money
who's the
for
one that
this?
shall not be named?
Blanchard.
Oh, Tessa.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute, who was in that match that we don't like?
Yep.
I was like, wait, I was like, Britt. Who was in the Britt? Oh, that's right, Tessa.
Yo, crazy. Kenny defeating Penta. And then
Right,
that's
I
when
remember that match.
and then Jericho showed up, remember?
Yep. Because they were wrestling in
Okada versus Scroll.
Yep.
That's
I remember. I can tell. I
crazy.
remember that show very vividly. But yeah, man, that's the catalyst. That's where the rise of pro wrestling really happens again. Is that show? Because then that gives us AEW, and then that's really when shit hits the fan, as Justin Roberts says. So yeah, I think that's the right there. All In, and it was that 2018, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
September 1st, 2018.
Wow.
And
September
remember,
1st.
actually, I'll if you want to put it there, I'll take it one step back, right? Wasn't it Dave Meltzer that said that they couldn't sell out the Sears Center? And they did. They
I think
like
so. Yeah.
legitimately. He's like, "Hey, no, you guys won't be able to do that." And they're like, "Bet." And so they did it. And the Sears Center was like, "You can do it here." And then they opened it up. That's why All In is always in Chicago. It's because of that.
And then they got a little plaque on the building too.
Yep.
They got a plaque on the building for that. But yeah, I think that I just because like let's think about it. Like if this stuff, if All In doesn't happen, if you don't have a mixture of everybody else, like the rest of the wrestling world doing their own show, which is essentially what Forbidden Door is supposed to be in a sense, right? If we don't have that, we don't get any of this else. Like let's think WWE starts acknowledging TNA right after. They start acknowledging TNA. They start acknowledging that there's other places. Like All In. It's in and crazy enough. We as much as we rag on the Young Bucks and we rag on Kenny and the Elite, but no, man, they need more props than what they're given.
Well, and remember too, WWE messed up with acknowledging TNA because remember, damn, I'm drawing a blank. Women's champ at the time,
Mickey James.
Mickey, yeah, remember that they asked her to come do a spot, and she was like, "Yo, I'm at TNA. I'm their women's champion." And then WWE was like, "Okay," and then they brought her in, and they let her run. Yeah, with the Knockouts title, like she was the first person to show up. You know, so I was like, that's when we started seeing kind of like,
that was 22.
There was fans. So
yeah, I think it was 22. So that'd be 22 then.
Yeah, and then
we were back, 22. So yeah.
Yeah, then VKM gets pushed out, like Anthony was talking about, and then like all of a sudden there's more partnerships, right? Because AEW had that partnership with TNA as well. You know, they had that partnership with TNA, they had that partnership with AAA, they had the they had a partnership with New Japan.
Yep.
Now we're starting to see that like all that kind of changed, right? They go back to the E, AAA gets bought, TNA.
And then you also look at the summer, the Super Summer, right?
Yep.
21 when Punk comes back. Like that changed the game. Like we thought he'd never do that. Like, and then what do WWE counter? They counter back with Bad Bunny and Logan Paul. Like, and they go out of the country and they're putting on banger matches with these insane crowds. Like, yeah, it's AEW did like the formation of AEW forced WWE to step their game up, absolutely. But in order to get there, you got to have all in.
Yeah.
Got to have all in. So
There's
I
a
think
li-
I'll stick with that one. I'm gonna stick with all in.
I like that too.
Yeah.
yeah. I agree. I think one thing too, like I'll throw in there too with like AEW like forming too. It was because remember like Vince was just he thought it was a pissant company, and
Mhm.
that's what made fans want to go see what he's talking about. And the induction of DX with Billy Gunn being there, and they mentioned All In. You know, they mentioned all these things that like spur an interest. So yeah, I think there was a lot of mistakes made on WWE's part about talking about AEW
It's
and
like a
punching
chain. It's
down.
like a chain reaction in a sense. It's like to like the chemical. Just you put so much concoction in that.
They're all
But
about blood and guts. Now all of a sudden that's a match in AEW. Like
yeah,
there was a lot of misfires on WWE's part that helped keep pushing WWE further, you know. And I think also having someone like Roman Reigns, right, as kind of like the face of the franchise, he said it like in an ESPN take that I only sign $1 billion deals. And when
mm,
you look back, man, you're like, dang, like they really put the company, like John Cena took this company up, through the Cena era. And then when Roman got the ball handed to him,
yeah,
it went up and then the bloodline became a thing. I mean, I don't like Shane McMahon had a pair of J's made for him for WrestleMania 30, but they were never like mass produced. It was just Shane McMahon has the Jordan 30s. I think that was for like WrestleMania 30 or whatever.
mhm,
But Roman Reigns had a whole shoe line made. Like there was a bloodline shoes that were about to be dropped, and then they kanks them really quick, and then we find out here that Roman Reigns is the only professional wrestler signed with the Jordan brand. Like
yeah, yeah.
that's crazy.
Insane, right? Insane to think.
Only $1 billion deals.
Oh.
Everything. That's crazy to me, dude.
All right, let's talk about it, Cliff. You're chomping at the bit. I know you.
Chomping at the
I
bit.
know. I know. Down, dog, down. All right, let's get on our last topic. The WWE ESPN deal growth, or are they pricing out their fans? So the new deal could mean more exposure off rip because ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, right? But there is a cost to watching the pay-per-views. It's an app, it's a subscription base. Um, is it worth it? Starting off with you, Lou. You look angry.
I'm indifferent about it
Huh.
because it's like politics. Vote for this guy or vote for this guy. It doesn't fucking matter who's the president at the time because I'm gonna pay the gas prices or the milk prices to feed my family. WWE, I'm I like Netflix. Great, it's free. Or family plan or whatever that you have. Um, but I'll probably have to pay for ESPN because I want to watch wrestling. I want to watch WWE. WWE is popping, and so I'm indifferent about it. Really, like I just don't know. I guess the only thing I'm gonna sit back and watch, see what happens.
Mm, that's fair. That's fair. You want to go for? You want to go? Because you already know,
Yeah,
like
I
you
know.
know
Yeah,
me.
yeah. So I'll go. I look at it like this, right? The majority of people, so because a lot of people a lot of people don't read. That's number one where the outrage comes in. People don't read, and also they also didn't explain this when they dropped the news. They didn't explain it all that great. So if you already have ESPN, like let's just say you have like cable, DirecTV or something like that. If you have ESPN, you don't have to pay the $30 every month. You just log in with your credentials and you can watch, right? All the stuff that's on there, this app, this subscription. So that's number one. Now, so if you like, and most people, if you and like a lot of people have gotten rid of cable, so there are like I know Fubu TV, I know that's there on there. I think YouTube TV isn't. So if you have YouTube TV, sorry. But but for the most part, a lot of people already have access to ESPN. Now, ESPN Plus is a whole separate thing. There's a lot of like ESPN Plus. Nope, that's another separate thing. But a lot of people already have ESPN, and all you gotta do is log in. And I kind of like gotta go like with what Lou says. If you want to watch the show, you are going to watch the show, whether you really pay the $30 or not. Like I'm like, let's just keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean. Like you're gonna watch the show. There are like, is this going to change the way like the pirate network works? No. They thought the Peacock would do that, and I can still go on watchwrestling.org and watch Raw or watch SmackDown or pay per view if I need to. Like it's it's like it's one of those things where it's like this is fake outrage because at the end of the day, I promise you this: Nick Khan is right. A lot of their audience is going to pay the $30, and if they already don't have ESPN, it's going to happen. Like, let's just be for real here. Like, yeah, when you get Peacock, like you're getting, the library, and you got other stuff. But if you have ESPN, you're gonna look for sports. You're looking for sports. You're gonna watch wrestling, right? But oh, I like sports. I'm gonna watch the other sports stuff that's on there. That's the app for it. So I don't think it's all that hoopla. Is it? I just think, hey, it's just another subscription. Like it is what it is. Like I'm canceling Peacock now because I don't need it. Most people only had Peacock was for the network.
Yeah,
That's
and then my wife found the Real Housewives of whatever on it, and now I have to keep Peacock so that she can watch that and Love Island or whatever other dumb shows on there too. My problem is that, and I get it, right? Let me be fair. Let me be fair when I say this. WWE is a hot commodity. It really is, right? Like everybody wants to get their hands on it because they understand that their audience is super dedicated to them. They really are, right? So you're gonna pay $9.99 to go watch it on Peacock. You're gonna pay $24.99 without ad or to get those ads off for Netflix because you don't want to watch the ads because you know some shit happens in between where Xavier Woods is cutting a promo and you don't get to watch it because guess what? You got ads
mm-hmm.
on Netflix, right? So you're
Yep.
gonna pay for the ads free version. You're gonna get Hulu TV so that you can watch SmackDown, right? There's another service you gotta pay for. You're gonna pay for YouTube TV so you can watch the CW and you can watch uh Fox and you can or USA so you can watch both SmackDown and NAC. So you're already paying. There's
$99 for the YouTube TV. I know that because I got rid of
yeah.
it.
So it was they offered me a plan at $84 a month. That's still crazy though. $84 a month for that, right? But
Let me
even
tell
if
you
you don't
something.
get
I remember when YouTube TV was $60.
just yeah. It's crazy.
I remember
So
when it was
here's
$60.
so we watch it Hulu TV, but we watch it Hulu, right? Hulu is what? Probably 50 $60, right? That you're
Mm.
watching a month without ads, right? So it's $9.99 here, fucking $25 there, $40 here. Now you're paying another 30 for ESPN. And Nick said it, right? You're gonna pay it. They know it because you're gonna pay it, right? They sign, and we were just joking about with Roman, right? They sign $1 billion deals. Okay, that $1 billion, hey man, that company that just paid $1 billion wants to recoup its money, and they think that if they spent $10, which most people are not gonna come out of, they're not gonna go crazy out of $10. They're just not going to, right? We kind of used to it with the Peacock network. It's cool. We gonna do it. That $30 outrage though, man. And the thing was, is I remember like I'm one of those, myself, Damien, Twitch. I'm sure Chaz, Lou, I know remembers. Pay per views were like $60, bro, and we were dropping $60 monthly to get that.
Oh no, my mama wouldn't let me.
But I'm just saying
Yeah,
that,
and
Like I got one.
I'm with
My
you.
mama paid one WrestleMania once.
I'm with
One.
you. We would do that monthly, and
yeah,
that now you got UFC doing it at $80 every 2 weeks, and it's like
That's
I'm paying
insane.
$160 a month to watch some fights because I like.
again, it goes back to UFC with TKO having a hot commodity, a hot product at the moment, right? And like
UFC
they
paid $80.
$80 for pay-per-view.
What? I didn't know. I
yeah.
don't watch. See, I don't watch UFC like that. So I don't.
And then if
What?
you and it especially, but let's say you get a big name guy like let's just say John Jones or I don't know, Conor McGregor comes with the card. That's now becomes $100 card. You know what I mean? Like easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't. I never knew. I never knew that's how that worked.
But it goes
Wow.
back. So my point being though is that when you look at the cost of everything, right? Just to be a wrestling fan right now, okay, we like you said, $9.99 with the Peacock, $25 with Netflix, $60 with Hulu TV, and I'm only on the low ball part because some of y'all out there probably got like a premium, cable, and you got like all the channels,
I need
right?
all your logins.
Yeah, you got probably like 120 channels, and you probably watch like six of them.
4.
But 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 my point being that you're paying all this money for it, right? So let's even just say you paid $100 a month for a cable. You're at 125, 135. Now you're gonna go 165 just for, that's before taxes. So you on 165 like a
Yeah,
month.
185.
Yeah, so now we're talking about and that's only for the PLEs. It's not
Right.
like you're getting any extra content. You're only getting the PLEs off of that, you know.
You're not.
So
Well,
like,
you don't. You're not getting the other stuff that's going to be on there.
well, as far as well, that's why I was confused with too, man, because it was like they said that the WWE was just having the PLEs on ESPN. So someone else can look that up. They could be like, yo, actually it's this and other stuff. But as far as I saw, was the PLEs, just the PLEs. Like, and even what was crazy was my ear caught this the other day was they didn't even say it was gonna be all the PLEs. They said most of the PLEs. And they
See
might
now
have
that
misspoke. They might have misspoke, but nonetheless, like that's the thing though. So yeah, I'm still like my point being though is it's $185. Like, dog, like, and then you want me to come to the shows, right? And the shows alone, right? If we talk about nosebleed seats, depending on what show we talk about, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, or maybe we want to watch NXT, or maybe it's just a house show that they barely run anymore, right? We talking 80 bucks, right? Nosebleed seats, right? We're not even
Mhm.
talking about going on to the floor, which can be anywhere from like $500 to $600 a ticket. Like, yo, it is getting so expensive to become how do I want to put this? A mainstream wrestling fan. It just,
Okay.
it is what it is. And then let's just say and that's only on the WWE side. We're not even talking about Ring of Honor. We're not talking about TNA Plus. We're not talking about AEW with HBO Max, right? We're not talking about those stuff. And some of them, right? HBO, like if you're paying for those premium channels, right? The one of those sixes that you're probably watching is TNT and TBS, so that way you can watch Dynamite and Collision. If not, you're like me. I'm paying for HBO Max so I could watch a lot of other movies, but I'm also watching, you know, I'm watching Dynamite and I'm watching Collision on it. It's just it is becoming so expensive to be a wrestling fan. Not even the NFL costs like this, bruh. Not even NFL. Like I pay $480 for direct TV for what was it? The Sunday game day ticket. $480 for the year. And I get like all the games I want to watch, but then I can watch them on four screens, like all at the same time. Like, what we talking about? You know what I mean? Like, it's a crazy money, but I can pay that, or I can pay $9.99. What is it? $100 for the football season, and I can watch all the out of market games. Which, fortunate for me, because I live in New England and I'm a Broncos fan. I can watch
Mhm.
the Broncos. I can watch the Broncos play.
Yep.
But like, that's my point though. Like, y'all making it so expensive to be a wrestling fan, and when the juggernaut of sports, right? Let's just call it what it is, the NFL, it don't cost that much. And I get it, they have a bigger fan base, obviously, and you don't got to charge that much. They still charge an enormous amount of money to be a football fan, but like, and I know a lot of people would be like, well, you kind of have to like pick and choose what you want to be. Why should I have to pick and choose? Like, I want to be a wrestling fan. I'm gonna be a wrestling fan, but like Nick Khan says, I'm gonna pay the $30 so I can watch, or I'm gonna find a way to watch it and I don't have to pay for any of it at all, and go get a VPN and I can go stream it on Netflix in another country. Like, I don't know, man. It's ridiculous that I have to pay so much money just for US, just for the US. Like, because they're not doing this in Europe.
Right.
Like, let's keep it a buck, right? If I'm in Germany or I'm in France or I'm in, I don't know,
England.
Italy, I pay for Netflix and I get Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all the PLEs, the library, Unreal, Evolve. I get all of that. But because I'm an American citizen and don't and a lot of, and I've already seen this comment before, oh, the Americans are crying again. Yeah, because we live in this country where
Fuck you, Twitch.
we royally get smoked. We have to make we make all these decisions when we should be having somebody watching our back as a consumer to say, hey, listen, WWE,
It's expensive.
this is your package. You are
Right.
here with these guys. And I get it. We live in a free enterprise and you can, the capitalist society, and you can do whatever it is you want to do and make your money. But I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, I can just go buy a VPN and go over to Italy and then just watch the show there and pay for my Netflix. My Netflix and a VPN, I'm good. I just it's crazy. Like, this is where I'm at on my soapbox right now, man. It is so much money just to be a wrestling fan in the USA, the place that made sports entertainment happen. I gotta pay the most money.
It's expensive to be an American.
It is expensive.
Hey, man.
Oh my god, bro, it's ridiculous. Prices go up, my wages stay the same. I don't understand.
That's why. That's why I'm on the clock. I poop twice a shift.
You know? You ain't even gotta work no more.
No.
Insane. Insane. Alrighty. On that note, shout out to all of you
You
who
want me to go
tuned
buy
in.
merch? You want me to
Yeah.
buy Carrying Cross's T-shirt? I gotta pay $210 a month to be a wrestling fan, and you're gonna give me one code a month during a PLE that says I get 30% off of a T-shirt that was already gonna be on its way out. You weren't even gonna keep it. Yo, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh man, no.
No, no, don't,
We
no,
will be here
don't.
for
Never
another
mind. Never
20
mind. Never mind.
minutes.
Make sure you check out.
We ain't getting that far.
Yeah, thank you for checking out this
Mute this
episode.
man.
Right, exactly. Like, look, if you made it to the end of this episode, to my PlayStation users, you get a trophy. Xbox users, you get an achievement, and my PC gamers, you get a virus. Thank you for watching this episode. We've been getting a lot of influx of viewership, a lot of subscribers. We want to say thank you for checking us out. To the debate show, this is the only live show you get besides the watch-alongs. So definitely go check out something else on the channel. Cliff over there, he's interviewed legitimately over 400 wrestlers, and some of them have been on TV. You probably might know some of them. So definitely go into the playlist we have on our YouTube channel. It's you'll see it says the Villain Lounge. I'm sorry, not the Villains Lounge. Now entering the ring, wrong show. Wrong show. Now into the ring, and go look and find an episode, pick it, and just enjoy. The Villains
For
Lounge is
now,
also
because we'll put it behind a paywall because we gotta pay for wrestling.
Mute this man.
Thank you for watching. I'm Chaz. This is the Red Dog. That's Lou. And you know what? Catch us on the next episode of Chaz and Friends.
Save that money.
Oh my goodness. Run this. Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of the 3 Count Podcast. If you like this and you want more 3 Count Podcasts, go on over to our YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you never miss when we put out a video. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all things social media, 3 Count Pod, _ on X, 3 Count Pod, everything else. Also, make sure you buy our merch at foryourwear.com and prowrestlingtees.com. Also, you know what? Just watch another video right now. Like, right now, I'm going to walk away and you're going to play another video.